I think it was Hemingway that once said, "Every time I see a man on a bicycle, I no longer fear for the human race." Well, that's how we felt, trying to practice slow travel when we headed to Cham Islands. Bikes, beaches, beautiful views, but it didn't quite go according to plan.
Dad, move!
Alright. Well, hopefully there's not so many of those. So we're off to Cham Islands.
I'm not sure where the term slow travel comes from, but my understanding of its definition is taking the time to visit a place and immerse yourself in the culture and having a more meaningful experience over being part of an organised package group and herded around a bunch of overcrowded tourist sites. After the scenes at Kudai Harbour, I was concerned that we were heading for a tourist trap. Regardless, bicycles seemed like a perfect way to do it. Low impact, no fuel, slow enough to take it all in. As the crew unpacked our bicycles, I felt quite smug in the knowledge that we were just going to cycle away from the ferry.
So we're here on Cham Island.
And away from the crowds, and I imagined that all the people watching us get on our bicycles would be very jealous of us and our adventure that awaited us.
Okay, follow me, Oz, follow me.
But little did I know what was in store for us.
Uh-oh. That looks like quite a big hill, G. How you doing?
Let's go. Dad, move!
So we had no idea the coastal road was going to be this hilly, and having to push the bikes up the majority of the hills. How are you doing?
Our slow travel ideals were melting faster than the sunscreen on our sweaty faces.
But it's not the hills that are the main problem. The main problem right now is the building heat. Heat. It's definitely the heat,
My smugness stung my eyes, and our hopes of exploring the island by bicycle was dripping onto the hot road.
Needs to start thinking of another plan, I think.
Sometimes to get out of a situation which you probably shouldn't have gotten into in the first place, something that I'm quite experienced in, you have to take a leap of faith. And that came in the form of Lau, our homestay host, who stopped when passing by.
To ride on the moped, Bubba. Go on you get. Come on. Come on, stand on the peg, just like riding on the bicycle.
I was so conflicted. Should we be letting our 5-year-old go on the back of a moped? Aren't mopeds dangerous anyway? What's worse, him on the back of a moped or him in the midday sun? Basically, we had to let go of all our paternal instincts and surrender the plan.
Where are we going, G?
Stop it, Dad!
Where are we going? Okay. Yeah, you're probably right there. So we're going up there.
The Cham Islands sit about 15 kilometers off the coast of Hoi An in Vietnam. The main island is roughly 8 square kilometers in size and home to around 3,000 residents. Alongside tourism, fishing remains a major part of daily life here. We're staying in Bai Hung, a small fishing village tucked away from the busier harbour of Koh Lao Chan. Not much happens here, and that's exactly the point. This is a different kind of slowness, one even the bicycles couldn't deliver. But personally, I tend to get anxious if I'm not doing something, and the bicycles were supposed to be that thing. With them out of the picture, I was forced to be still, a lovely problem to have. but where was I going to find a new sense of purpose? In sketching, of course, and the locals use these coconut boats to go fishing in, and we were able to hitch a ride to go for a snorkel.
This is quite big.
Em was able to find the time to read her Harry Potter book, which meant she was still long enough for me to get in a quick sketch. Admittedly, one that I'm going to have to finish later. And then there was the sunset at Monkey Beach, which we pretty much had to ourselves. So would I recommend Cham Islands? Absolutely, but just remember, slow is pro.